Japanese National Railways Urakami Station. JNR Urakami Station was totally destroyed and 65 were killed out of 70 JNR employees by the atomic bomb. Urakami Station was located 1 kilometer to the south of the blast center. It was a station to supply materials to the weapon industries along Urakami River, and also collecting and shipping station of completed weapons, and consequently was a perfect military target. JNR was an indispensable part of Japanese war machine. On top of that, JNR employees were militias, as their ages must have been between 17 to 60, as retirement age was 55 in those days. There were indeed some people who were exempted from militia duties, but JNR employees could not have been those. Such exempted persons from militia duties were very special engineers who were contributing to a large extent to Japanese war effort in such projects as 1. Rocket jet planes, 2. Infrared homing bomb, 3. Radio-guided bomb, 4. Atomic bomb. Let's see into the above project 1 first. 1. Rocket and jet technology. As a jet fighter Kikka was already discussed in Josei Girls High School article, we will take a look into a rocket project here. Japan produced rocket interceptor Shusui to climb up the sky quick to shoot down B-29s flying at 10,000 meter altitude. Japan had a plan to build 1,300 Shusuis by the end of September. However, B-29's carpet bombing hampered Shusui's production and saved B-29s themselves. When Japan surrendered, they had only 7 completed Shusuis. 2. Infrared homing bomb. Now let's take a look into Project 2 next. 2. Infrared homing technology. Japan was developing infrared homing bomb, which traces infrared rays from smokestacks of the enemy capital ship and plunges into the heat source to sink the ship. Japan had a production target of 700 units by October to prepare for the American landing. 3. Radio-guided bomb. Now let's see into the above project 3 next. 3. Radio control technology. Japan was also developing Eagle radio-guided bomb to attack American ships coming to Japanese mainland. Eagle 1A, 1B has a rocket engine as a propulsion, while 1A was made by Mitsubishi. Type 1B was made by Kawasaki. While testing 1B off Izu Peninsula, radio developed malfunction, and 1B jumped into ladies' bath in Tamanoi Hot Spring Hotel and killed a maid, wounded a visitor, and burnt down the Tamanoi Hotel. 1B won a nickname of Bomb the Pervert. The radio was fixed, and 180 sets were completed by June 1945. But B-29 bombardment destroyed their factory, and it could not be restored by the end of war. 4. Atomic bomb. Lastly, but not least, Let's see into the project 4. 4. Atomic bomb technology. Japanese Wikipedia has a comparison table of the atomic bomb development between Japan and America. Imperial Japanese Army started the atomic bomb project in April 1941, 8 months prior to the Pearl Harbor attack. Imperial Japanese Army employed the thermal diffusion method to separate uranium-235 from uranium-238 to create fuel of the atomic bomb. They placed a heater inside a cylinder filled with a mixture of uranium-235 and 238 and surrounded the cylinder with water jackets. Lighter uranium-235s eventually concentrate in the upper cylinder and are separated. Belatedly, America started their own atomic bomb project in October 1942, 10 months after the Pearl Harbor. In May 1943, Imperial Japanese Navy started their atomic bomb project, employing the centrifugal method to separate uranium-235. When the uranium-235-238 mixture is spun, heavier 238s are pushed against outer wall, while lighter 235s remain around axis to be separated. However, Imperial Japanese Army's separation cylinder was burnt down by B-29 air raid in April 1945 in Tokyo. On the other hand, America had not been harassed by the enemy air raids and succeeded in building the atomic bomb on the 16th July 1945 ahead of Japan. B-29s saved Americans from Japanese atomic bomb. Back to Urakami Station, it is clear that 70 JNR employees were not exempted from militia duties like special engineers of 4 advanced technology fields discussed above. Therefore, they are sure to take up weapons and shoot at American soldiers if the decisive battle of Japanese mainland had happened. Japanese Wikipedia sounds as if killing 65 out of 70 Urakami JNR employees were inhumane acts, but bombarding before ground battle to soften up the enemy battle zone is just normal procedure in a war. It is the name of the game. Kompira Barracks. Kompira Barracks was located 1.5 kilometers to the southeast of the blast center. Kompira soldiers were aiming their anti-aircraft guns at B-29s flying at 9,000-meter altitude, circling over Nagasaki, but there were clouds at 2,000 meters in between, hampering their aim. The same as the Japanese anti-aircraft guns, B-29s could not locate the first target, Tokiwa Bridge. However, B-29s found a series of big roofs through a small opening of clouds and dropped the atomic bomb in the midst of the roofs, which annihilated Urakami Weapon Industries and also killed most of Kompira soldiers, even at a distance of 1.5 kilometers from the blast center. That was a kill or be killed situation. Although Americans had lost 26 bombers
in the previous 5 sorties, but lost none in this 6th mission.